everybody, welcome to my latest episode. I got morning affirmations while you sit on the commode. So smile a big smile, kick back with some coffee, enjoy conversation with the peach. She's just a little frosty.
Well, hey, good morning. It's your Frosty Peach coming at you this morning. We're on Lake Erie in northern Ohio. It's a beautiful sunshiny day. It's been pretty nice here lately, but still deceivingly cold. But spring is coming. I'm ready for it. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. I got a good show set up for us today. Today, we're talking about intuition and insight. And we've already talked a little bit about intuition, so I kind of want to get on the insight part of it today. So today's theme, if you will, is that your inner knowing is louder than you think. So today, we're going to shut up and listen, right? So I'm going to go ahead and propose our question this morning. What has your intuition been whispering lately? I'm going to have my sip of coffee real quick. Kitty cup. There's Merry Christmas on it. Yeah, I already had a little sip right there. I'm going to put that down. And I want to know from you guys where your intuition has been whispering to you lately. Mine has been telling me to slow down and listen. I think it's been doing that for a while, but my intuition's been beating me down, saying, hey, I want you to talk to people. You've got this inner monologue going on all the time. And maybe there's something that I can say, to inspire you guys. That's what we want to do. The goal of my show is to inspire you guys. I want to help anybody out in any way I can. And, I'm helping myself out in the process. So we're kind of doing this together as a team, right? Well, I want you to tell me what your intuition is speaking to you. Mine says, do the show, do the show, do the show. So that's why we're here. And that's why we're doing this. So to get into our morning affirmations this morning, I want you guys to know that you're insightful and intuitive. I'm insightful and intuitive. We talk about our intuition. It's always that little whisper that just kind of taps you on the shoulder, kind of nags you a little bit. It doesn't yell and scream, but it's a subtle kind of loudness. It's just listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. I'm not going to beat you over the head, but you need to listen to me. And I always honor and follow my intuition. That's so important because when we're getting tapped on the shoulder, hey, yo, you need to listen to me and do what I tell you to do, because I'm trying to guide you. I'm trying to help you out. And, that is, if you're religious, that's your God speaking to you. That's God speaking to you and the universe speaking to you. And it speaks to all of us in different ways. So I am a conscious creator of my own reality. I like that one because it puts us in control a little bit more. It's not about our environment and all the other people. It's about us. We can control what we do, what we think, and how we put ourselves out in the world. So we need to make sure that we're putting good out into the world. When it's loud, noisy, and we know there's a lot of negative, we're going to put out as much positive as we can, right? All that I need is within me. It's not other people. not your environment. We love our friends, we love our family, of course, but everything that we need is within ourselves. Our strength is within ourselves. And we have the capability, to do anything we want to do. We can move mountains if we just have confidence, and listen to ourselves and listen to that intuition. I am aware of my dreams and they guide me. And this one, I noticed it kind of crossed over from the creativity and intuition class that we had. And I found that kind of interesting, but it's important because we all have dreams. We all have big dreams, big aspirations. And, how do we, make our dreams come true? Well, that's our motivation. That's our discipline. And we have to have that within ourselves to move forward. But at the same time, we're listening to our intuition because it's guiding us in the right direction towards our dreams, right? So listen to your intuition and follow your dreams. Always follow your dreams, folks. I am connected to my higher self. My higher self. Well, what's that? There's a lot of different religions out there. You can kind of look at this how you want to look at that. Maybe a higher self is your closeness to God. Maybe your higher self is just self-awareness. We all could be more self-aware. I think that is so important because there's so many people, they're just not self-aware. And, they're just going out there, saying all these negative things. And I don't want to say they're putting bad out into the world, but I mean, you kind of, it's karma, right? You're going to get back what you put into the world. And I do believe that. I do absolutely believe in that. That's why we want to put out good into the world so we can get good back. It's all part of the big picture. And I am constantly expanding my awareness. And I actually kind of just talked about that because we're talking about being self-aware. And we want to control our emotions. There's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. We're all vulnerable from time to time. And it's really important that we express ourselves and that we are vulnerable with other people. Because that's kind of what makes us human, right? That's exactly what makes us human. Our vulnerability, our imperfections. That's what makes us human. So we want to expand on our self-awareness. As self-awareness, I think I got a little bit of an allergy today and I'm up in my nose a little bit, right? And a bit on the nasally side. But expand on your self-awareness and your overall awareness. Focus on what your intuition is telling you so we can get the bigger picture, right? And I'm kind of sitting here and I'm thinking about this, and I saw this really cool saying the other day. And if this, doesn't explain the world that we're in today, I don't know what does. But you can't see the stars if you're staring at your phone. I know it's kind of ironic, maybe a little hypocritical because you guys are watching me right now. But, that's why I always say, go outside, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, because it's really, really important. And it's funny because, growing up, social media was going to your friend's house and, playing like a video game, like we'd play, like Nintendo and stuff like that. And you'd be with your group of friends and maybe somebody'd pull out a little Polaroid camera, right? one of them little point and shoot Polaroid cameras that it take like 2 weeks to develop film for half the time. At least they did in the country. But that was our social media. Going out with your girlfriends on a Saturday night. We go hang out at like the pool. We'd shoot pool, the pool hall, and we might pull out that Polaroid camera, group up together, and that was our social media. And that's just, that just sounds so old when I say stuff like that. But that's what it was, and now, everything's in the palm of our hands. It's, if we wanted to go out and talk to other people, we had to go, a county over. And now, we can talk to people across the world and other countries everywhere. I mean, it's incredible. That's one of the reasons I love technology so much. It's phenomenal. And at the same time, we still got to remember we got to stay grounded. And we don't want to miss, opportunities around us. What I try really hard to do is not be on my phone during dinner time. That's real important. When it's dinner time, it's time to connect, it's time to talk, it's family time. And so I put my phone down when we're having our dinner time so that we can connect and talk. Another quick little story, I'm full of them this morning, right? Well, my husband and I were out to dinner one day. This has been, it was our 10-year anniversary is what it was. And we were sitting there talking and everything, and a waitress came over and she said, I just want to let you know that, y'all are just so, into one another, and we don't see that a lot. And, I'm just kind of curious. Are you guys like on a first date? I was like, man, we've been married for, 10 years. That was 10 years ago now, because now it's like 20. But that was like one of the greatest compliments ever. I just thought that was so cool that she said that. I was just like, wow, that was a really, really cool situation, and that meant a lot when she did that. So that's just a reminder. Go out and connect with people, and don't be on your phone all the time. I'm not saying don't be on your phone, but life is about balance, right? So we got to have balance in all things. And one thing about intuition, as we're going into the little frosty knowledge side here, is that intuition is actually pattern recognition. Now, I actually didn't realize that. And I kind of dug into it a little bit, and I thought it was really, really cool and really, really interesting, because pattern recognition occurs when our mind is collecting data from our own experiences. That's the way that our brain processes it. I guess that kind of de-romanticizes it a little bit, but that's how our brain works. It's similar to instinct. Instinct is a little bit different, because instinct is more like, like a survival type instinct. Animals have instinct. And our instinct, screams at us. It's like, hey, you need to get out of this situation. You're in a bad situation. It's kind of like one time my girlfriends and I went to this little old dive bar. Probably not the best decision we ever made. Definitely wasn't the best decision, because we went there and there was this group of ladies and some guys with them, and they started arguing. I don't know what they were arguing about or anything. My girls and I were sitting here listening to music, having a little drink and enjoying our time, and they started getting rowdy, man. They started pushing each other around, girls pushing girls, girls pushing guys, guys pushing girls. I mean, the whole thing. I looked over there at my girls. I said, y'all, I don't think we need to be here. This looks like this might turn into something. We probably ought to go on down the road. We need to go someplace else. So we all got up and we left. And sure enough, as we were getting ready to leave, it got crazy. Like, people were jumping in, grabbing these people because they were fighting. I said, I think, beer bottles are fixing to start flying like in the movies. And I could see this happening because they were getting pretty bad. So our instinct said, get out. And that's intuition too, but that survival instinct, get out, So we did. And that's our instinct. Anyways, your instincts will protect you from danger, right? They keep us from getting into a lot of trouble if we listen to them, and our intuition can do that too, but it's more of a quiet little whisper that kind of nags you. So, I thought that was kind of cool, kind of interesting, and ending today with that, I just want to say that trust that quiet voice. That quiet voice is, I definitely have allergies today. My nose is starting to get a little stuffy. But trust your instincts and let that voice guide you today. This is your Frosty Peach saying go outside, get a little sunshine, get a little fresh air. Thank you for being with me today. I always enjoy these little talks with you guys. Always staying a little bit frosty on the outside, warm and fuzzy on the inside. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Go out, make it a good one. Take care. Bless you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Enjoy conversation with the peach. She's just a little frosty.